Hello teens, I'm Alex, your librarian from Heroes Regional Park Library, and you're welcome to Teen Storytime to celebrate Native American Heritage Month with books. Apple, Skin to the Core. This is a book by Eric Gansworth. Eric Gansworth is an enrolled Onondaga writer and visual artist raised at the Tuscaroras Nation. Eric Gansworth talks about his heritage in this book because this is a memoir in words and pictures. Let's start to read. Apple, Skin to the Core. The term apple is a slur in Native communities across the country. It's for someone supposedly red on the outside, white on the inside. Apple Records. We say we want a revolution. Well, we know you all want to change the world. We tell you that it's evolution. Well, we know you all want to change the world. But when we talk about reconstruction, don't I know that I can count you out? And first chapter. Uncle Tomahawk hangs around the fort until he finds his own metaphor. Some Indians feel that to spend too much time among white people is to risk losing everything we call our own, even though that idea is itself loosely defined. Sometimes we borrow from other Indians, and sometimes, like the $10 we ask for when we were desperate, we forget that we've borrowed until we are reminded. Socials and powwows bring us together because they celebrate all the ways we maintain our own ways of life. We know the dances and the songs, the exact rhythm patterns for drums and rattles. But we've borrowed dances from other nations. We have no alligators in the Northeast, no real-world examples to borrow in creating those moves, and yet alligator dance has been with us for so long it feels like ours, free and clear. Even our singers, who know the songs best, have lost the words to some, reduced to memorizing sound. But when patterns and syllables are all you have, you go with them and pass them down to the next group of young people willing to sit and learn beside you on the social bench, knowing they'll just be roughed, knowing they're going to be stepped on the floor where we dance. This is no game. But even as we keep our own sounds and borrow from other Indians, we sometimes snag our metaphors from others and our relationship to them until we find the right ones to call our own and memorize them. As a reminder of what we risk spending too much time with white people, some Indians first come up with Uncle Tomahawk. Even Indians who have never read Harriet Beecher Stowe or who couldn't give you any details about Uncle Tom as a character know what the name means. How the tomahawk will always signal Indian, how the uncle is never a true relative here. We pride ourselves on being clever with originality, and we know that Uncle Tom is already a knife-sharp slur for the same behavior within a different group. They have their own history of being tortured and killed by white people, their own struggles with nuances of the individual life. Some Indians next come up with hang around for the Fort Indian. The fort was designed to give white people shelter and sustenance when they needed a break from taming the West by killing Indians directly or wiping out their original food sources, so Indians would starve on their own without the fort's residents blooding their own hands. But it was a name born of stories involving real Indians hanging around with real white soldiers, hoping to find secrets to surviving the onslaught, braving direct contact while others waited and starved. While we could laugh about weapons and forts, no one invoked Carlisle, Hampton, and all the ways the boarding school changed us forever. No metaphor encompasses white memories and families, skins intact, because no bleach would make us white enough to disappear entirely. But one day, some Indian finally bit an apple, exposed the blinding white flesh inside, contrast vibrating against broken red skin, like Sir Isaac Newton. After inside hidden falling fruit, they recognized the perfect label for Indians, not sharp enough to make it all the way home, left in the space between two places, red on the outside, white on the inside, forever locked away from both worlds, separated by the thinnest membrane. And I encourage you to proceed, because you will explore through this book complicity of Native American identity, and you will try to understand what does it mean to have this heritage like this, how you can view the world. So I consider this book like a little door into the different world, into the different mind and culture setting, and I found it's really fascinating to explore. I hope you will have a wonderful month, and I will see you in the library. Bye bye.